Hey guys, it's your girl Corporate Carolyn, and I am taking a quick moment because it's time for my 3 o'clock snack. And I had a thought that I wanted to share with you guys because I just published a video not too long ago about if you've lost your job, what to do next. And I share a little bit about my experiences in 2021 and things that I could possibly do in 2024 just in case my project doesn't get renewed. But anyway, as a person is pondering what their next step should be, a lot of times, I don't know for you, but for me, I wound up thinking about, did I need more certifications or did I need any? Because I don't have any. And did I need to go back to school or, join certain clubs or professional groups? I wasn't really sure what was needed to get me back into the IT arena, gainfully employed, getting a rate that I really wanted. But you think about everything, and then everyone always has advice. What you need to do is this, what you need to do is that. And a lot of times it's just a bunch of question marks floating around your head. So today, what I wanted to talk about is, do you need another certification? Do you need to take one of the many classes that they offer on LinkedIn, to say that you're certified in this, that, and the other, and the Sigma, whatever or another, that a lot of people wind up talking about. Do you need to have a PMP or anything like that? And I can't tell you definitely because I'm sure it is industry specific. And some fields, a master's is just a requirement for you to actually even get into the arena to compete. However, in the IT arena where I am, mainly right now in the technical writing space, and I've been in other arenas before, systems analysis, business analysis, project management, as well as management. And I have to say that I was never made to feel that a master's is required. Some of the people that I work with right now, because of my skill level, probably assume that I have a master's, but would I ever go back out and say, I know what I need a master's? Because with the bachelor's that I currently have, I'm doing the work that a lot of people that may have a master's could be doing. And just getting that next level of degree isn't always a sign that you'll make more money, because to be perfectly honest, there's some people with a master's or maybe even with a PhD that might not make the money that I make in technical writing, because a lot of times it's really what you know, the type of experience that you have, and also sadly enough who you know, because I wouldn't even have this position that I have if I didn't wind up meeting a wonderful lady who got a chance to see what my abilities were where she didn't know, what my credentials were. And she happens to have a PhD, and I believe the people who wanted to fill this position wanted someone with a PhD perhaps. So the reason I'm sharing that with you is because I don't want you just to immediately feel that if you need a job or you're trying to, move up to another level, that getting more education is always the answer, because you could wind up spending tens of thousands of dollars, and then you wind up getting offered money for a position, and you might be making the same money that you made before you got the advanced degree. So a lot of times I would prefer to hold off and then maybe try to get you a full-time employee position and get some employer who might want you to get a master's to pay for that and foot the bill, so you don't wind up getting into debt or spending money that you don't have to spend in order to get the credentials that might help advance your career. So that's one thing. And then the other thing is, when I was an employee for Sprint and Nextel, it was Sprint Nextel at the time before they turned into just Sprint. Every time I'd have my review, they would suggest I get the PMP. I didn't want a PMP because I have no interest in project management, but they kind of forced me to do it, and they kept asking, and I was being evasive. And so did I want a PMP? No, I had no interest. And do I think that hindered me in my ability to make money, no, I don't think I would have been making any more money in this position that I'm in right now if I had a PMP. In fact, no one cares about the PMP in this particular industry. So unless you want to be a project manager or maybe move higher up in management, I wouldn't even get that unless you just have an interest in it. But like I said, I would probably wait until I was an FTE somewhere with a company that wants me to have it and get them to pay for it. I think that's the time when advanced degrees or other certifications are really a good thing. And I also remember when I was an employee, a full-time employee with a company that I really hated before I went back into contracting. So they really did me a favor because they got on my nerves enough to make me go back into the contracting arena, and I wouldn't have found this lovely job that I'm really enjoying, and that I pray that they have work for me next year because I really don't want to do anything different. But that company, they were saying, well, yeah, get your technical writing certificate. Do I want that? Not really, because one, I hated school. School was a means to an end. And I only ever aspired just to have my bachelor's. And one of my sons, he has a CIS degree like I do with a minor in computer science though. So he did one better, but I suggested that for him because I knew he only wanted a bachelor's too. And so IT is a really good arena if that's all you want. There's some people who really want more, but for me in the technical writing, and I actually qualify as a senior technical writer because of the vast experience over 20 plus years and the exposure that I've had in the system development lifecycle. It classifies me as a senior technical writer, and I don't need a technical writing certificate unless a specific company asks for that. And do you want to know how many companies have specifically asked me if I had a technical writing certificate? 0. No one has asked for that. So why would I run out, spend money, overly tax myself, because I hate, like studying and, just taking goofy tests that have no meaning. If you offer to give me more money, or if you offer me a job that I'd love to have, then certainly. But just to do it, no, absolutely not. So all this video is just saying to you is don't just race out and start getting advanced degrees, extensive certifications and things, like in certain languages, because at the end of the day, say you go and get maybe a certificate or something, or take a little short class on Python. The first thing people are going to ask you is how much experience do you have, with Python or SAS or any number of types of code. Or like say you get a certification in, working with AWS, like Amazon's web service. The only thing they're going to ask you is, well, where did you use this? How did you use this? And they're going to want a lot of questions. So a lot of times, if you want experience in a certain area, the best thing to do is, maybe take a lower paying job, take a part-time job or something where you can say, yeah, I worked with this, that, and the other in this particular job. So that's the advice that I have for you. Those of you who are sitting out there, maybe looking for other jobs, maybe start writing down some of the skills that you see in the job descriptions that you're seeing, because a lot of them are all over the place, but very few have mentioned the PMP for me. Very few have mentioned the master's. Very few, if any, have mentioned that technical writing certificate. So I won't be doing that. And but it's for you to decide what you want to add to your arsenal for your job search. But that's my experience and that's my take. Hopefully that helps someone out there, to stop hyperventilating and, just running around taking course after course, and then you get a job offer or you interview for a job and no one's even talking about those things that you raced to get. So don't listen to other people as much. Look at the job descriptions that you see that pay the kind of money that you want, and then make your decisions, your educated decisions based on that. hopefully that helps you to narrow the things down that you'll start focusing on as you either look for another job or decide what your next big money move will be. I know it's going to be big. But anyway, guys, let me know if you have any questions. But until the next time, have a good one. Take care. Bye-bye.